other members go about their business. He said, I would also like to thank you for your great support. This is Mr. Zelensky talking to President Trump on July 25th. In the area of defense. We're ready to continue to cooperate for the next steps. Specifically, we're almost ready to buy javelins from the United States for defense purposes. President Trump replies, I'd like you to do us a favor, though. This is from the man talking about buying javelins. He goes immediately to, I'd like for you to do us a favor, though. And a lot of emphasis has not been placed on that language, and I'm not a linguistic person, but the last time I recall somebody asking me to do a favor, though, it was for something that they wanted, and I can't believe that policy is what he was talking about. He goes, well, no, you're a Democrat. Our country has been through a lot, and Ukraine knows a lot about it. And they've never been given javelins before. What happened with this whole situation with Ukraine? They say CrowdStrike. I guess you have one of your wealthy people, the server. They say Ukraine has it. There are a lot of things that went on, the whole situation. I think you're surrounding yourself with some of the same people. I'd like to have the Attorney General, meaning our Attorney General. And my question is, why would you like the Attorney General to call you or your people? And I'd like you to get to the bottom of it. As you saw yesterday, that whole nonsense ended with a very poor performance by a man named Robert Mueller, an incompetent performance. But they say a lot of it started. I don't think he understands what he's reading. And my question is, who said that? Really? The people I know that said that are the Russians. Yes, Mr.
Thank you very much for raising this important point. Dr. Fiona Hill, leading Russia expert, who figures importantly in this whole matter, has testified before this committee, and it's completely uncontradicted and unrefuted.
Where the hell is this going?
This CrowdStrike story about Ukraine being the one that attacked our election in 2016 is Russian disinformation. The president there was essentially just repeating Russian disinformation and propaganda, either wittingly or unwittingly. It seemed to be innocent enough. He really thought he thought he had something there, but that's what he was repeating. There's nothing behind it. It has been completely debunked and discredited. Mm-hmm. But what makes me suspicious, Mr. Hastings, is that he decided to tie that in with his other plan, which is to get President Zelensky to come and to point the finger at Joe Biden and say, this is a guy we're investigating. And you talk about national security and how national security was compromised. And obviously, well, these guys are just blow my mind. We're interested in the security of our land and our people.
Like third grade children.
And our strategic partners around the world. And we should have some interest in what happens to Ukraine and whether Russia is going to get to trample Ukraine or not. But here's another way that national security is implicated. If we say that forever hereafter, we're going to allow the President of the United States to use the awesome powers of his office to shake down particular governments, whether they are tyrants and despots, like Duterte in the Philippines and Orban in Hungary and Putin in Russia and Sisi in Egypt, or
your buddy Putin,
democracies that need our help, like the reformer Zelensky in Ukraine. But the president is now allowed to shake them down, to get them involved on a basis in our campaign. Guess what? The president might think he's slick by getting away with that, but now there's a foreign government that's got something on us.
Mm-hmm.
They have leverage on us at that point.
It turns out,
Stacey, would you allow me?
of course.
Thank you. I know you're always great at this. Look, I think the process, I think we're looking the wrong direction here. And I think it is interesting that we can talk about all the other corruption around the world and the dislike of the way this president has dealt with them. But we also have to remember, even in the transcript that you just read, it is a backwards look, not a forwards look. It is a 2016 look at what happened then. And you rightly read the transcript. He was talking about Robert Mueller, which was coming out of the 2016 election, all that problems.
Did you read the Mueller report?
I read every bit of it, sir. That's my committee.
And you disagree with the findings?
I agree with the findings. No collusion from Russia, and that he disagreed even with every member of the judiciary.
And the report that says that there were 10 obstructions of justice by the president, do you agree with that?
No, they're not, because he didn't. Because he didn't. Because obviously you didn't listen to the Judiciary Committee when several members of the Judiciary Committee outlined in pretty PowerPoints on the screen, here's this, and then we look at him and say, but I disagree with your conclusion. I say, so you have to take the whole transcript. And this is what I'm talking about here. When you look at it here, he's looking backwards. The Mueller report had just been done. But Ms. Fiona Hill.
I'm going to reclaim my time and look.
Okay, because Fiona Hill is interesting, and because he brought up Fiona Hill, and I just want to say this one thing. Ukrainians, not Ukraine, but Ukrainians, even Fiona Hill said the Ukrainians bet on the wrong horse, and after being reminded by Ken Vogel that the various Ukrainian officials, Leshchenko, I can't pronounce the Empire for Ukrainian Parliament, Leshchenko was spinning tails and providing false information to Nellie Orr, information that we all know has made its way into the Steele dossier. This was aligning themselves with Clinton.
Mr.
So it was
Collins.
backwards.
Yep, Clinton.
Were you there when Ms. Hill testified?
Not from Ms. Hill's testimony.
All right, but you have
I'm happy to read the transcript just like you.
All I can tell you is she dropped a dime on President Trump's actions in Ukraine.
But not enough to find it in the articles of impeachment.
Well, perhaps alone, standing alone.
And abuse of power is, I mean, we've disagreed on this. This is where we can honestly just disagree. I disagree that abuse of power is a categorical catch-all.
I'm going to reclaim my time because you're going to filibuster, and I'm going to reclaim my time from you as well. Both of y'all talk pretty fast. No, I'm